Hello and welcome to OurVentura TV. I'm MB Hanrahan, and today I have brought back, and I will say back as a returning person, my friend, full disclosure, Marie Lakin. And Marie is also a very long-standing member of the City Cultural Affairs Commission in addition to being a resident, in addition to being a community volunteer. And she is a citizen member of the ArtWalk Committee. So describe the City Cultural Affairs position, please, and then we'll segue into the ArtWalk.
Yes, so I've been there 12 years.
Wow.
And I'm the longest standing member of the Cultural Affairs Commission, and I care deeply about not just the arts, but the historical community here, and that's probably why they appointed me, because
culture is history and
yes,
arts,
yeah.
and...
Well, I was on the Dudley House board, and I've been on that board for 25 years. So the Cultural Affairs is not just art, it's history and a lot of different things. But we are the council advisors on arts matters and historical matters, historical cultural matters, I should preface that. And what we do is we administer a grant program. And you know, it used to be around $190,000, but we've been cut back. Just city has different competing priorities, but it's a competitive program, and our arts organizations here apply for that money, and it really helps the budgets right now. So in leaner times, it was, you know, really helped keep them afloat. So I'm very proud to be a part of that committee, and then we do other things, make decisions on different initiatives that the city puts forth, and
this is a volunteer?
It's all volunteer.
Okay.
All our
I have to emphasize.
All our city commissioners are volunteers, all labor of love, so yeah.
Passion, passion, passion. Yeah. Is the Art Walk something that comes into the City Cultural Affairs Commission purview, or?
No, the Art Walk folks, it's an all volunteer organization right now, and we took that out in 2011 because the city could no longer fund it, although they do contribute to it.
Describe the Art Walk.
The Art Walk has been around for about 20 years, I think. And what it is Ventura's downtown and Westside come together on one weekend, usually in October. And we not only have the existing galleries putting up special things and having entertainment, but we also bring in pods, those big metal containers, and artists can rent those. And so that it's just a vibrant place where you can walk from place to place, although there is shuttles, and they go from our museum and down over to the west side, over by Bell. The Wave, that Working Artists Ventura, they open up their doors, they bring pods out there. There's pods outside Bell. There's just music, and it's a great, fun weekend. This year, we're doing something little special. We're having a laser light show. I think it's just like all kinds of lights on Saturday night, and then usually we have an opening reception, and that'll be usually on a Thursday night before Art Walk. And so, I mean, we have an artist of distinction. We nominate and celebrate one of our local artists every year, and then we have a global artist initiative. So we bring in someone that maybe we didn't know about their work before, but we will now, and it's really a good exposure for Venturans to see different things from other areas.
So it's a celebration of the local art scene.
Yes.
And I, again, full disclosure, seems like I've been involved in showing at Art Walks for, I would say, 20 years, and it's changed. It's changed. It was like the city kind of had a stronger hand in it, and one of the things that has happened for a long time is it's like an opportunity for local businesses to interface with the arts as well. So you mentioned the pods, and we're talking those big white storage containers, so they directly interface, but isn't it like restaurants and any place that wants to,
restaurants participate in the bowl hop. And that is really fun because our local ceramicists make all these bowls ahead of time, and then we sell the bowls, and it comes with a little punch card, and you can go around to participating restaurants. Yeah, well, you don't actually put it in the bowl. It's for sanitary reasons, but they give you free samples. You can go over to Marie Shannon's, get a cookie or something like that. So it's really fun, and we enjoy that. And that's been going on for a long, long time. And that money, it's gone to different places. It's a fundraiser, but it's going to the Family Reconnection Program, which is kind of helps our vagrancy homeless issues here in Ventura.
So it's like a weekend usually, and again, so be warned, people. It starts not just the weekend. So you're saying like I know Thursday night. There are sometimes like award receptions up at the city hall. I've been at like open concerts on like the Saturday night, but during the daylight hours, people get a map or something and just start walking around.
You go to ArtWalkVentura.org, and
There
you can find a map there. And then they have a lot of signage at downtown and on the west side. And, we publicize it really well. We buy ads, and people come from all over to go. And it is a great event for us. Again, it brings tourists out who also shop in our stores, buy art, and spend money in our restaurants, maybe stay the weekend at a hotel. So it's bringing us sales tax, and maybe some transient occupancy tax from, staying in a hotel. So it's a good event for Ventura. It showcases our vibrant arts community, and it brings in tourism, and we get revenue from it. All good.
So I have seen posters. You're talking about like the promotion. I've seen posters with artists' faces on it, and an artist may think, how do I get my face up there on the poster? It's like a sponsorship relationship, isn't it, kind of thing?
Yeah, well, every year the Art Walk Committee picks different artists to highlight on the posters, and the posters themselves are a work of art. And, and you, MB, you were one of our distinguished artists. And
chosen always, may I say, I did nothing for this.
Nothing
chosen,
for this.
Invited.
You are a force here, and you really contribute to our arts community, and it was a well-chosen award. So every year we pick a new person, and it's usually not just someone who has an immense talent, but it's somebody who's really contributed to the community on top of that, which you have done.
Oh, thank you. So I'm in full disclosure, I am not the art walk artist this year, and I have been in the past. So and again, I was chosen.
It was a great, it's fun.
So the goal, because we've talked about, there's like the tourism type of goal and cultural goal, and the showcasing goal. Do the the galleries and the museums benefit as well, do you figure?
Yeah, they get extra foot traffic that weekend for sure. And I know Debbie Fox with Fox Fine Jewelry, and she's amazing philanthropist, and she curates great shows in her gallery, and she sees extra foot traffic every year, and she's told me about that. It makes her very, very happy. And the other thing is our Global Artist Initiative.
Yeah, talk about that.
We bring in an artist from usually another country, clearly if it's global. And like last year we had Shamsia Hissani and she was an Afghanistani graffiti artist.
Yes.
Very brave woman. And she does these amazing pieces on the streets of Kabul very quickly. And but she also does gallery pieces, and she's been shown all over the world. But she's an amazing young woman, very brave. This year, it's Bayok Song. He's a North Korean propaganda artist who defected from North Korea and does some often controversial, I suppose in North Korea it's controversial. For us it doesn't seem so much, but he's gotten a lot of press. And the benefit of that, as I said earlier, is not only do Venturans and the surrounding communities get exposed to artists they might not have seen before, but it brings us a little extra publicity because we've always got something very topical. Like one year it was a Cuban artist, and you worked with a mural.
Yeah, I was going to say. And youth worked with him as well. So we had two groups of kids that worked on teenagers through Vita. Yeah.
So that was a great exposure for them. And anyone that talked to Shamsia last year, I think they really learned a lot about bravery, and she was amazing. So this young man is also very brave. He escaped from North Korea. He was a chosen propaganda artist for them. Now he lives in, I think he's mostly in Germany these days, and he does travel to the United States to do shows. I think he's been down here in LA. And that initiative started, and I need to give credit to two ladies who have been with ArtWalk since the beginning, and that is Mary Perez of the Vita Art Center and Susan Pollack, who is an interior designer and ceramicist. And this was their vision.
Yep.
And they fundraise for this, and to get these people over here, they select them. they coax them over here, and they've been wildly successful with it. I mean, they've just gotten wonderful people to come to Ventura.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been fortunate enough to interface twice with Pablo Pulido and Rolando, the Oaxacan artist who, may I say, is also deaf, and he was like, they were so amazing. It was just their joy and their graciousness of wanting to share and an appreciation for our community. It puts, I believe, their appreciation for our community and their excitement over the art that's happening here. It helps those of us that are here almost look at things in a new light.
Well, it's good to see what other people in other countries do.
Absolutely.
And their vision, and these people are amazingly talented too.
Yes.
I was just blown away by how fast Shamsia can create something, and it's like Banksy, and they should do a compilation piece together. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yes.
If you can ever figure out who Banksy is, he's the artist from England. Yeah, the street artist.
Yes. Very anonymous and yet
very anonymous.
So well known.
Yes.
What a great combo.
Yeah.
I'm in the arts community, and so I can't even have almost like a neutral point of view about such things as ArtWalk. What do you say to people that all this time and all this effort is more for the artists and just the art community as themselves, as opposed to our general audience?
Well, we take the opportunity to showcase every artist. And if you look on the ArtWalk website, every venue has a listing of artists and all their work out there. So it's not only out there when you're visiting, but it's online too. And when we talk about those posters, those are absolutely showcasing individual artists. And I think too, just getting people downtown over to the West Side that don't normally come to First Fridays is super important, because they may not come to First Friday, but they would come to ArtWalk. So it's a big, good community event, and we're very proud of it. And it's all run by volunteer power now. So, yeah.
So this is an annual event.
Yeah.
Thinking about, again, people that either are seasoned artists that maybe have never been involved, or they were involved, they got roped in somehow. How would an artist approach this to become part of, like a kind of a step-by-step sort of thing, if they're not already invited by a sponsor, or here, we're going to throw you in this pod, or how about if you
just
show
need to go
here?
to ArtWalkVentura.org and register. You can register your gallery, or you can register a pod, or there's different venues like Michelle Chapin down at Stonework. She will highlight a lot of different artists down there. Bell have a lot of different artists. So the Wave, you can kind of fit a smaller space in any big venue if you want. And I think that's a good way to get exposure for yourself. If you don't have a ton of work, and let's say you just don't have enough for a big show, but you just have a smaller piece, like a few really smaller pieces you could bring in there to another venue. So
right,
fun.
So
yeah.
Artists, people in general, can think in terms of, okay, I love this restaurant, maybe I should go talk to them. Maybe they've never considered it would give me a corner, that it would bring attention to the artist and the venue. Maybe an artist would join with other artists and go, let's have a group show. Maybe where there's power in numbers, or start thinking, not just wait for the art walk to happen and go, how come I'm not part of? That we can be thinking and creating it.
Even hair salons have participated.
Completely, that's what I'm
local
saying.
Architecture firms, it's not a traditional gallery thing.
No.
It's just a lot of different people have put up art in their places and invite people in, and it sort of spreads the love about that business too, not just about the artists. So it's a mutual community benefit event. So
life is better with art.
Yeah.
Marie, this has been amazing. The time has just flown by. I want to thank you for all your work. See you at the Art Walk, and we'll see you again. Thank you so much for joining us. Our Ventura TV. My name is MB Hanrahan, and we'll see you soon.